Start streaming. Wonder why that's not connected. Why is that not connected us to? We're connected to OBS. So I wonder how much latency is on that. Yeah. Hello. Let me just see if that's on Mead and Cheese. Okay, so we're not on Mead and Cheese as of yet. So because is it? Are we public? Just say if anyone is watching, this is just a test. That's right. We're on private. So that's customizations. Why am I on private? Details. Private. Let's have the visibility on public. Save. Bang. So that should mean we are public. Okay. Edit. That's crazy. Video is unavailable. Let's just reload the streaming page. Okay, so that should be live now. See what the audio's like there. See what the audio's like. Okay, let's not keep that on. So for anyone viewing this, this is just a test live stream. I'm doing this because this is something we're trying to push for. I've just doing a little test. So we've got my laptop here, which is this is my webcam, not great quality. And then we've got this is actually my phone, which is kind of cool. So if I turn to you there, that's my phone, and that's actually just broadcasting, connecting via the internet, which I think is really cool. We can actually use that software because we can actually use this software to get call-ins. So we could send you a link, which then you can just open in Chrome and then just join like how I am now, and we could just switch back and forth, which I think is quite interesting. Ideally, I want to use a DSLR camera for these streams. I've been trying to set that up today. I've got all the way, got everything ready, but the cable I had wasn't a data cable, which is annoying because you need a data cable to be able to do it, to use your DSLR as a camera. So I'm going to buy that. To be honest, I think I'm just going to get a capture card. It will probably be better quality. So that is something we are going to invest in relatively soon. They're like 20 quid on Amazon, and they come next day delivery. Unfortunately, won't have that before tomorrow's show, which will be live streamed like this, and that will be featuring Maddie. I'm not sure. We might even be able to get like loads of mobile phones connected if it's just a link thing. So we might even be able to get your phone connected, Maddie. Yeah. Can I pass you your phone? Yep. So Maddie's going out today. She's gonna. What are you doing?
Going to do a handover with my new deputy.
The new deputy.
I was
Corin.
the old deputy, so I'm going to do a handover with the new deputy.
Yes, Maddie is the station manager of Demon FM. She supports a lot of Mead and Cheese. She is really, she's really the station manager of Mead and Cheese. But yeah, she's fighting a good fight. She's going out today, training up Corin, who's an excellent member of Demon Media. So I'm excited for that. So I'm switching back to camera 2. So this is on my mobile now. Again, I'm not sure how the audio is gonna work with this. It might have a bit of latency. There might be a bit of thing, but this is the roughest it will be, and that I'm quite happy with that. This is the roughest this stream will be because it's the first time we're doing it. I've literally learned how to live stream like this just over the last few days, But it's only up from here. I kind of want to get better cameras in, better things. Anyway, any questions, Maddie? No questions from Maddie. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut to a little ad break. So watch this, guys. Yeah.
So I don't
I don't think there's any sound. So clearly that's
a bit
a bit of a mess.
So
I'm not sure how we get the sound to run on an advert. It said sound was running, but I think it wasn't. I can't live troubleshoot that one. But it's weird that the audio still played. So that's something we need to have a look into. See how we can get this live stream up and running without the playback of audio while we're putting our media clips in. But I think we're gonna cut to that clip again, and let's all watch it in silence. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. yeah, so we found a lot.
Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, One of the main things is to get a great team early on to bring a project forwards. So this is going to be our first location for the project. It's a little photography studio, and this will be about 60% of the film will take place in this room.
Mix or hello. Hello. Good. That's working. So yeah, I figured it out. So the problem I was having with the media was it wasn't because the audio wasn't playing. It's because when I downloaded our video, because I didn't rush downloading it before we did the shoot, before we did the stream, the video didn't actually have any audio on it for some reason. So um, I will definitely try and refind another copy of that video because a lot of people have a lot of good things to say in that video. But instead, now we've got our ad. So talking about that, that was a very interesting project ad for a project we're working on called Obsession. It's a short film which is going to be filmed in the next few weeks. We've got a brilliant team on there. We've got Evan, who is an amazing creator. He works with us a lot in the radio. He works so much with the Mead and Cheese. He's our train correspondent, and I am so hyped to get him involved on this film. He's actually going to be our lead camera person on this, so that is some exciting stuff. And I worked on Evan on a project a few weeks, about a month back now, and he really is the spirit of every project. So I'm going to play that little video for you again with a bit more context.
Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, one of the main things is to get a great team early on to bring a project forward. So this is going to be our first location for the project. It's a little photography studio, and this will be about 60% of the film will take place in this room. Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, one of the main things is to get a great team early on to bring a project forwards. So this is going to be our first location for the project. It's a little photography studio, and this will be about 60% of the film will take place in this room. Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, one of the main things is to get a great team early on to bring a project forwards. So this is going to be our first location for the project. It's a little photography studio, and this will be about 60% of the film will take place in this room. Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, one of the main things is to get a great team early on to bring a project forwards. So this is going to be our first location for the project. It's a little photography studio, and this will be about 60% of the film will take place in this room.
Again, it's weird. You would think, isn't that weird? You'd think that the audio would be like associated with the actual singular scene, but it's like there's audio and the video clips are separate, so you have to sort of figure out what is what in terms of that. So a few improvements, I think, what I want to make for there's not much I can improve before tomorrow, but the location will be better, and we'll have more clips to play. Definitely, I think what we need is so there's a lot of times we cut to black in that particular stream, because we're reloading media. To stop that, we need like a waiting screen. I think just me and cheese waiting, even if it's just for a second. I think as well, like obviously the video quality isn't the best here. I'm not, although I like the option to do it live on my phone. I think that's a good option in for like if we want to walk around the studio, do a call in. But I'd rather use capture cards, but we just need to get them. So we'll get some capture cards, and then we'll be able to like instead of having this sort of grain, we'll be able to stream on a camera which is 1080p. And if you notice, this stream is literally on max 720p, which isn't beautiful, is it? It's not what you want. I might even Google that now. How to Because I don't know if it's because the original thing I put on was the webcam, and that I think that might be 720p. A lot of webcams are. How to stream on OBS. This is OBS software in 1080p. Okay, there's a video what I just found, which is this guy like he looks quite happy. And he said the best OBS streaming settings, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so that is interesting. And the light is awful in here. So awful. Yeah, it might even do with output. Like I've sort of set it up to work. I haven't massively messed and tinkered around with the settings, so we will get it in HD, full HD, and maybe eventually 4K, but I don't really see much of the benefit of that at this point. I think we should be focusing on getting a nice, clear, crisp image, getting the audio working. That's something. I mean, I'm just on here doing all this on my own. We need, this is the first time I've ever done a stream, but we'll probably get like Ed or something to monitor the audio when we do streams. But yeah, I wanted to say a little speech because, as some of you know, I am the chairperson of Demon Media. I was elected in 2021 in December, and Corey is also now chairperson of Demon Media. It's sort of this transition period where, for all administrative purposes, like I'm still in charge of that because they don't pass over that. Apparently that happens. So apparently that changes in August. So we've done the Passover meeting earlier in the month, and we spoke about how to run Demon Media. That's an exclusive podcast which should be out soon. But I think like I think this starts with, let me tell you a story. I started Demon Media in, I think it was way back in like maybe 2017, when I did my undergraduate degree. And I was nervous, joining this community, but it's a really good place to go if you want to do camera work. And I think if you're starting out and joining a society, try everything, try the magazine, try TV, try it all, try photography, try radio. Definitely try radio. I couldn't recommend that more because I tried it for the first time this year, and like I love it. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I would. I'm a video person, but I love radio. Um, we built one of the biggest radio shows about Mead in the United Kingdom, possibly the world. Um, so yeah, so what I want to say to sort of like the incoming committee is the foundation we built this year is amazing. Like we did some amazing things together. Um, we really reimagined Demon Media. Um, we made it a lot. We made the community really like strong. I feel. We got some good projects going, and I think this is a great foundation for this next committee to sort of build from. And I think um, always focus on the road ahead. I want to say that's the next committee. Focus on the road ahead. Focus on building on what we've done. And as I think, as any leader, you always feel like when you leave, there's so much other things you could have done. Um, one thing I didn't do, which one project I wanted to get the merch out, and we just didn't quite get that in time. So I hope the next committee does that. But it's like I think that's the thing. It's a weird thing because like you're elected to lead it for a very short time. Like with Mead and Cheese, I'm permanently leading this, and so is Corey, permanent leaders of Mead and Cheese. Like, but when you're elected to do something, and it's not directly something you've built, you're passed on it from someone else. Um, it's weird because it's like you have a set time period to do a certain amount of things and do the changes. And I mean, there's a lot you want to do as well. You go into it with a lot in mind. But like one thing I'm proud of is we did achieve things. The big top goals we achieved. One was, making the community a bit more translucent, making everyone work together a bit better, bringing back socials. We've also brought back the Demon Awards. That was uh, didn't happen for a few years because of COVID, but we brought that back, and I think we did it in a really cool style, having it live on Demon TV on Rag. But yeah, we did that, and I'm proud of that. It Another weird perspective for me was I became leader halfway through a year rather than right at the beginning. So um, that's also weird, because you sort of have to learn. You work with a team who know each other quite well in that team, and then you come in and you're at the end of the table saying, I'm new, so you have to spend that time building them relationships. So sometimes it does mean that you have to focus on building the relationships rather than just go straight into the projects. But I think we did that quite fast. But yeah, so I think Demon Media has so much to offer people joining. There's such a good like bit in that video from some of the people who we interviewed in it, where they say about how Demon Media is a family, and I agree. You do have build strong relationships with people you work on projects. And one of my mentors once said to me that essentially, like, you're doing something very serious. You do something very serious, but if you do it, you have to do it in a light-hearted way where people can enjoy it, and that's where you get the best results. And I try to always apply that in my leadership. Um, I will say I'm very excited to see what the new committee does. I'm excited to see what Maddie did with FM. She took over. She was like interim leader of Demon FM for a bit because the station manager left. So she was ruling from about, I think it was about November. She was ruling from about November, and then she took over, and I was there helping her rebuild her team. And I think because of that, it's sort of like shook Demon FM. It changed dramatically what Demon FM, we sort of reimagined what it could be, and I feel like there's a lot more creative flexibility with shows, which I think paid off, because you've got a show like Mead and Cheese, which is amazing. It's an amazing show, and it wouldn't have happened without Maddie's Manifesto. She put in the fundamental changes so me and Corey could make a show like that. And I think I wanted to do is I wanted to put that sort of like that sort of change what Maddie did with FM across the board. I wanted that in all the strands, and I think Corey's on the same page with that, with his leadership. I think he wants that. He wants people, to rebuild the community. I'm really excited to not pass over. I'm really excited to see what he does in the next few months with Demon Media coming up to Freshers. I know they've got some cool plans. I'll probably be around at the Freshers Fair because I know there's free pizza there, so I'll just pop in to see how they are and get a slice. But yeah, I think it's a very exciting year coming up if you're going in. I genuinely believe that the best days are yet to come for Demon Media. I think there's a lot of exciting things. And I think, if you're in the committee, I think what you got to do, if you're leading Demon FM, you're the leader, focus on the road ahead. But don't forget to look at the rear mirror. Hasta la vista, baby.
Production meeting with the team, and we've got some excellent people, brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer, one of the main things is to get a great team early on.
Brilliant team, and it's really exciting. I think as a producer.